Good evening. Stefan was on assignment today, and we begin tonight with road work set to take place this weekend that's sure to slow down your commute along the Queensway. Motorists are being warned to expect long delays on sections of Highway 417 as construction will close several lanes on Ottawa's busiest road. Here's a live look at the highway right now. Not looking so bad right now, but starting tomorrow night at 9:30, the westbound lanes of the Queensway between Vanier Parkway and Nicholas Street will be reduced to one lane. Plus, the other construction on the Queensway already underway could cause quite the slowdown and headaches for drivers. CTV's Tyler Fleming reports.
I'm gonna shop some materials for the renovation.
Mel Tejero made it to Canadian Tire, but crawling through this Coventry Road traffic jam was a job in of itself.
It's not the first time.
But it is for Albert Blacksmith.
From Waswanipi, way up north.
Here for Christmas shopping, only to be wrapped up in delays. And this weekend, expect more snarled traffic. Starting 9 p.m. Friday until Monday at 6 a.m., the westbound 417 between Vanier and Lees will be reduced to one lane. The Vanier on-ramp will also be closed as the city repairs a water main.
Oh boy. Now you have to go the other way around.
Marked detours will guide motorists to the westbound on-ramp at St. Laurent, but many say it's going to be a slow go.
That's a little crazy. I mean, there's a lot of traffic right now, and it's taking a lot of time to get from point A to point B.
Now, there could be some relief along the Queensway, the Lion Street and Parkdale westbound on-ramps open Friday. By Sunday, the Bronson Avenue Queensway East exit does too.
Yeah.
Tejero, a Vanier resident, has already planned his weekend route.
We just go around in the neighboring street in the downtown.
Because when it comes to driving along the Queensway this weekend,
Probably no.
Tyler Fleming, CTV News.
Definitely good to plan ahead. All right, we'll take our first check of the weather. It was a pretty nice evening. There's a look at the Museum of History there behind me. We'll take a live look now through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. Again, we're looking at some clearer conditions. We could see some flurries in the next little bit, but we're sitting at 0. Here's what we're going to be looking for the next little while. For the next 24 hours or so, chance of flurries in the overnight hours. That continues on into your Friday. Saturday looks like we will have some sunny days ahead. Here's a look at what's happening again for the next 24 hours or so. Okay, chance of flurries that we're looking at, around a 60% chance in the overnight hours into the morning. Looks like -1 could be our high sometime in the afternoon. Again, currently we're sitting at 0. Oh, actually -1 right now with a chance of flurries in the overnight hours. Well, new Ontario legislation affecting how municipalities build bike lanes will likely see 3 projects in Ottawa halted. The Ontario government passed Bill 60 this week, which will prohibit municipalities from reducing the number of vehicle lanes to install bike lanes on a street. City staff say projects in the 2026 capital budget may not be able to proceed, and that includes extending the O'Connor Street bike lane from Laurier Avenue to Wellington Street and the improvement projects along Saint Joseph Boulevard, Albert Street, and Slater Street. Well, even if you no longer regularly buy beer from the beer store, you may still be making a trip to return your empty bottles. Grocers and the beer store have reached an agreement in principle on alcohol container recycling, and it comes as some grocery stores say they aren't set up to do it themselves. Now, as of January 1st, grocery stores larger than 4,000 square feet were required to accept returns and deposits to keep their license to sell liquor. But the Canadian Press is now reporting a new agreement would see consumers continue to take their empties for their deposits to the beer store, with grocers now covering the cost of the program. The Canadian Federation of Independent Grocers says this is good news for consumers and businesses.
When they became aware of this requirement, indicated that on January 1st they would be out of the business, they would be exiting. So this new option provides us with an alternative, which is that consumers can take their empties back to the beer store. The grocers will reimburse the beer store for those costs, so this is definitely a win-win. It's a win for the consumer, it's a win for the grocers.
Well, full details of the deal are still being ironed out. We don't know what the total cost of this new recycling deal will be for grocers yet. It's unclear if they will pass all or some of it on to the consumers, and it's also unclear how the deal will affect future beer store locations. Well, one day after the City Council directed staff to proceed with a bid to purchase a private landfill, we're learning a separate waste facility in the East End is looking to expand. The Navan landfill is located at 3354 Navan Road in Ottawa's East End. It's located 20 kilometers from the New Capital Region Recovery Resource Centre on Boundary Road, which is the landfill the city is bidding to purchase. The operator, Waste Connections of Canada, is working on an expansion application outlining a full provincial environmental assessment to add 3 to 4 million cubic meters of new waste capacity. But the proposal is already facing opposition. In an agreement from 2007, residents believe the company would not seek any further expansion beyond its previous approval. And Councillor Catherine Kitts says many of those residents now feel blindsided as the landfill was nearing the end of its life and was set to be decommissioned in the next few years.
My focus right now is looking into the standing of that agreement, whether it has legal standing, because obviously the community is feeling like, you know, they've been misled, and that they thought that they had an agreement in place and that this dump would be winding down.
This is a provincially led process. The city does not control or approve the expansion application. Residents are invited to a public open house on December 11th. Premier Doug Ford is dismissing complaints by officials in Ottawa and Toronto about the size of the new school zone signs to replace photo radar cameras.
When they told me this, I broke out laughing. I was at the city, so let's get this straight. All the other municipalities is no problem, but sure enough, it's Toronto again and Ottawa. They can't put up a big sign. Like, do I have to go there and show them how to put up a big sign? Like, I was there for 4 years. They put up big signs. They put up big signs everywhere. I think it's just another excuse.
On Wednesday, the city said the signs provided by the Ontario government are too big to be mounted on the city's standard posts. And in Ottawa, all street signs must be bilingual. The province is requiring municipalities to install the signs after banning photo radar cameras 2 weeks ago. A new early warning system for earthquakes in eastern Ontario and Quebec is now in effect. The federal government announced today the earthquake early warning system is operational. The system detects earthquakes using a new network of over 200 sensors and will issue an alert through the National Public Alerting System if a potentially harmful earthquake is detected. Officials say the seconds of warning will give you the opportunity to protect yourself and follow the drop, cover, and hold on protocol. The Ottawa Hospital has received a multi-million-dollar gift to help build its new civic campus. The donation from the founder of Richcraft Homes comes as stage one of the project nears completion. CTV's Natalie Van Roy reports.
A $20 million check from the founder of Richcraft Homes presented to the Ottawa Hospital Foundation.
Of our plan is to
a gift to help the hospital meet its target for construction costs for the new civic campus.
Pivotal in a number of ways, but I think one, it's to our research, our innovation, and the hope and care that we'll be able to provide for our patients of today and into the future.
The single family making one of the largest healthcare donations in the city's history.
My Nani and Nana have instilled in our family the importance of generosity, not just through words, but through actions. Being here in person allows me to fully appreciate what this moment signifies for both our community and our family.
Construction continues at the facility. The hospital was slated to open in 2029, but the hospital says now its opening date still to be determined.
We actually don't have the final date for that. We're looking towards that once we complete our design, we'll be able to give a more accurate date as to when we would be targeting the hospital to open.
A building at the new campus on Carling Avenue will be named after the single family. The first stage of the project, the parking garage, is set to open next spring. The Ottawa Hospital Foundation still fundraising, aiming to raise $500 million for the project. This donation bringing it to 79% of its goal.
That was the first element of the site because our construction workers need a place to park. And we're just at the final design phase working with our partners.
A number of doctors sharing personal anecdotes and stories after the generous donation. Natalie Van Roy, CTV News.
The Order of Ottawa celebrates exceptional citizens who make significant contributions to the community. And this year, 15 more people were inducted into the order. CTV's Sean Varden was at tonight's ceremony at City Hall.
It's a night of ceremony and celebration at City Hall.
It's an honor for me to have the opportunity to present these awards to these very distinguished individuals.
15 of the capital's finest honored for their contributions to the city and community.
The number one reason Ottawa is a great city is the people of Ottawa, the wonderful community we have, the kind, caring, generous community, the smart, talented, world-class individuals who are leaders in so many fields.
Since 2012, the Order of Ottawa has been recognizing some of those outstanding individuals. It's the highest honor the city can bestow. This year, former Mayor Jim Watson added to the order, which he helped create.
Pretty remarkable, and humbling when you see the depth and breadth of the service that they've given back to the community, whether it's on a voluntary basis or a professional basis. And again, I think it hopefully will inspire others to go out and do a little bit more, especially during these troubling economic times.
Sports trailblazer Joanne Polak also honored. In 1988, she became the first female general manager of a professional sports team in North America when she was hired by the Ottawa Rough Riders.
Look at a lot of the stories that were honored here tonight, because a lot of those stories I didn't know. And shame on me, because there are some extraordinary people in this town, and I'm so glad that the mayor and city council and the city of Ottawa were able to tell their stories.
And for some, simple acts of giving can echo across the country. In 2002, Wyatt McWilliams was a driving force behind Hay West, supporting drought-stricken farmers in the prairies, and later founding Food Aid, providing over 1 million pounds of beef to the Ottawa Food Bank.
It's pretty humbling, and it's an honor, but it's an opportunity to thank family and friends for all the help that everybody gives me. This city of Ottawa, it's just an amazing place to live, and I feel blessed.
Sean Varden, CTV News.
This tree is 48 feet. I hear that the base and diameter is about 20 feet.
Well, after the break, the official tree is now up in the Byward Market. But which Ottawa tree is the biggest and best here in the capital? CTV's Dylan Dyson has more on a little casual Christmas competition when we come back.
The magic of the holidays is here, and this year the need is greater than ever.
Let's ensure every child in our community feels the joy with CTV and Move 100's Toy Mountain.
Together with the Salvation Army, we can help spread cheer and make a child's wish come true.
Drop off any new unwrapped toy to the designated drop-off locations or make a monetary donation online.
For all the details, visit toymountain.ca, presented by Donnelly Automotive Group.
Well, that's a look at the holiday laser light show in the Byward Market. It's the first year the light show is on in the district. And if you missed it, don't worry. It'll be running right throughout the holiday season. You can catch the show every evening at 5:30 and 7:30. It'll be projected onto the George Street Plaza. Well, there's a new can't-miss landmark in the Byward Market for the holiday season. It's being declared Ottawa's tallest Christmas tree. But is it really? CTV's Dylan Dyson explains.
For Natalie Martel, a Christmas tree this big is picture-worthy.
Me and my son, who lives in France, get together at Christmas time and we visit Christmas markets, and we usually end up being in awe of some gigantic Christmas tree. So last Thursday at the illumination of this tree, I came by, and although it was nice, I was a little underwhelmed.
That tree was a stand-in until this one was ready. But this tree...
It's big. It's pretty big.
The Byward Market District Authority says its new Christmas tree is the tallest in the city.
This tree is 48 feet. I hear that the base and diameter is about 20 feet. And we know that we have a number of large trees in the city. The Rideau Centre, that one's quite tall. I don't know the height of that. But I believe this one is taller than the one at Lansdowne.
I was at the Lansdowne lighting, and I think this one is, yeah, it's taller.
And they would be right. The tree in front of the Aberdeen Pavilion at the Ottawa Christmas Market comes in at 40 feet. And while it may have the most decorations, the tree inside the Rideau Centre measures a mere 36 feet tall.
It's going to be fabulous.
I love Christmas, and seeing a Christmas tree, especially that big, wow.
With the city's tallest tree going up and Christmas markets already in full swing before December, it seems Ottawa is officially in the holiday spirit.
From the outside looking in, as a spectator, it looks to me like it's been very well received. We don't have any data specifically, but everyone seems to be enjoying it, and there definitely has been some major crowds where I've been.
Already there's a star up top, so I'm excited.
Dylan Dyson, CTV News.
All right, we'll take a look at what's happening weather-wise here in the capital. Another look at the Byward Market and the light show tonight. Lots of beautiful colors. It's a wonderful way to kick off the holiday season. We'll take a quick look through our satellite radar right now. And we are seeing some cloud cover that's coming into the capital. It'll be sticking with us for a little while, at least for the better part of the next 2 days or so. We've got to look at tonight's lows. We've got -5 here for Ottawa. Same thing pretty much along the Seaway. Trenton, we're looking at -4, -9 for Bancroft, -7 for Pembroke, -5 for Kittigan-Zibi as well. Chance of overnight flurries as well right across the region. In Gatineau, -7. Same thing for Petawawa, -5 for Kemptville and Maniwaki, -6 for Mont-Tremblant, -4 for the Montreal area. As for tomorrow's highs, we're looking at -1 for Ottawa against a chance of showers, flurries in the morning hours. Some sun could peek out toward the afternoon. -1 all the way up to 1 along the Seaway. -2 for Bancroft, -3 for Pembroke. -1, sunshine in Kittigan-Zibi. Looking at -1 for Gatineau, 0 for both Montreal and Kemptville, -3 for Mont-Tremblant, some cloud cover in the Petawawa area as well as Maniwaki. They're both sitting at -3. Now, as for the 7-day weather forecast, it's brought to you by Presler Law Firm. You don't pay unless we win. Call 1-800-JUSTICE. So for the next 7 days ahead, here's what it's shaping up right now. We've got some cloud cover on your Friday, chance of flurries -1, Saturday, sunny, -1, and then we could see some more of the snow coming in on Sunday, continuing on into Monday.
The concept behind the Christmas Village is to have a lot of activities, especially for the young families.
All right, coming up, a new winter tradition is beginning to take shape in Gatineau, but not until this time next year. Well, the Bell Media building is lit up bigger and brighter this year. That's thanks to our friends at Christmas Decor from Nutrilon. Well, travelers will have a new option to stay in Ottawa in the new year. The new Alt Hotel at the Ottawa Airport is set to open up early in 2026. The 179-room hotel operated by Germain Hotels will be connected to the airport terminal with an indoor skywalk. And OC Transpo will ring in 2026 with free transit. The transit service announcing service will be free on the O trains, buses, and Paratranspo after 6 p.m. on December 31st. Bus service will operate on a reduced weekday schedule with additional resources available to supplement busy routes. The O Train Line 1 will run on a reduced Friday schedule with service until 2 a.m. Well, as you make your plans for this Christmas, officials in Gatineau want you to start looking ahead to next Christmas. A multi-million-dollar investment announced today will help create the first ever Christmas village in Gatineau. And as CTV's Dave Charbonneau tells us, the winter experience set to open in 2026.
Together, we will make Gatineau and the museum a must-see and a must-visited winter destination.
It's a new Christmas attraction in the National Capital Region. A new Christmas village will be set up at the Canadian Museum of History in Gatineau.
The concept behind the Christmas Village is to have a lot of activities, especially for the young families.
The village will feature an outdoor cinema, a miniature train, a cookie factory, and a hot chocolate station.
The masterpiece is an artificial 92-foot Christmas tree where you can go inside with a hot chocolate factory. Probably room for 50 to 70 people inside over there.
These images are AI-generated conceptual renderings of what the village could look like.
It's hard not to get excited about a collaboration like this that not only brings creativity, but it just brings magic.
Admission is free for kids, and organizers say the fee for adults will be less than $20.
It'll be an amazing opportunity for us to really, take advantage of winter. I mean, there's always a lot to do in this region outside in the summer and the fall. But as we heard earlier this morning, it's really also about enjoying our wonderful season, which is winter, and this is yet another way of doing that.
The federal and Quebec governments are funding the new Christmas attraction. at a cost of an estimated $2 million.
Ottawa Tourism is really proud to support this event because that will give us a lot of economic impact in our city, in our region, for our local economy, our local business.
Organizers expect more than 40,000 visitors when the village opens in December 2026. Dave Charbonneau, CTV News.
Still to come, tips to avoid a Black Friday scam that could drain your bank account. Colonel By Secondary School is the top school in Ottawa. That's according to a new survey from the Fraser Institute. 747 high schools across Ontario were ranked based on 7 indicators from provincial test results. Colonel By ranked 23rd in Ontario with a score of 8.9 out of 10. Earl of March ranked 39th, followed by West Carleton and Nepean high schools. Well, many people will be doing some Christmas and holiday shopping in the days ahead, hoping to find some Black Friday deals. But as CTV's Pat Foran reports, be careful if you get a call from someone claiming there were false charges on your credit card. It's a scam designed to drain your bank account.
It was a phone call out of the blue from someone claiming to be from Amazon. They said there was a charge on my credit card for a new iPhone.
Your transaction page. Press 1 now to report this transaction, or 2 to authorize this order.
Thank you for reaching out to Amazon. How can I help you?
Oh, hi. I just got a call that said there's a problem with a credit card and an Amazon order.
Yes, sir. There is a purchase for iPhone 13, which cost you $749. So is that you who made that purchase?
No, I didn't do that. I didn't make that purchase.
Okay, so I believe that you like to cancel the charges.
Yeah, I want to cancel the charges. I didn't buy that phone.
Okay, now I just want you to look for the application name App Store over there, sir. APP App STORE. App Store.
You want me to go to the App Store?
Yes, open the App Store, sir.
The scammer wanted me to download an app that would allow them to take over my phone. They would have remote access to my banking, email, and basically everything on my phone.
What the hackers and the fraudsters are trying to do is to get you to download an app from the App Store that allows for remote desktop connections.
I strung the scammer along as she tried to get me to download the application. Okay, I got it open.
Tap on it and tell me what do you see on your screen.
Okay, but will that let you take over my phone?
It's an official application from where you will get connected to the Amazon security server. Once you will get connected to the server, you can cancel the charge as well as secure all the information, all right?
Well, can't you cancel it without me doing that? Eventually, she grew frustrated that I wouldn't download the app, and she hung up. Ritesh Kotek says if a scammer uses an app to gain control of your phone, they have access to everything on it.
And if fraudsters and hackers are able to gain access to it, they essentially have access to your entire life, all your transactions, and all of your data.
If you get a suspicious phone call like this, hang up and never download apps that grant access to your phone. Pat Foran, CTV News.
I feel pretty freaking good right now.
Well, he's back. Your Ottawa Senators Captain Brady Tkachuk says he's ready for some Thanksgiving action and a return to the starting lineup for tomorrow's game against the Blues. Plus, we'll have one more look at the forecast when we come back.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Tania Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Here's another live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. We're now sitting at -degree here in the capital. We do have a chance of some flurries in the overnight hours. We'll take another look at your wake-up weather as well. 0 for what you'll be waking up to. Again, chance of those flurries will be sticking with us into the morning as well. And here's a look at what's happening for the next week or so. Again, on Friday, flurries -1. Saturday, sunny, -1 as well. We're also looking at some more snow to start us off next week on Sunday and on Monday. Well, it will be a happy Thanksgiving indeed for the Ottawa Senators as the captain Brady Tkachuk makes his return to the lineup in his hometown.
Well, there's a lot to be thankful for, and just have the group together and watch some football, hang out, and I'm really excited.
Tkachuk says he's ready to play after today's practice. Now, the Sens are scheduled to play the Blues in St. Louis for tomorrow's Thanksgiving NHL matinee game. Tkachuk has missed the past 19 games, recovering from an injury during the home opener. Now, he announced his plan to return to the game on Wingman. That's his new podcast that he co-hosts with his brother Matthew Tkachuk. Now, the puck drop for tomorrow's game is set for 4 o'clock. Lots of fans happy to see him back in the lineup, that's for sure. All right, well, that's CTV News for this Thursday, November 27th. For all of us here at CTV News, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow night. Until then, have a good one.